Yeah, hi, this is Alkan. Welcome back to my channel. The governor of the state of New York, Kathy Hochul, is in a heck of a pickle right now. She's trying to decide where to keep subway conductors on board the trains or eliminate them. There's a bill on her desk that needs to be signed into law, and this bill has been sitting stuck in committees on governor's desk for years, including when Cuomo was governor, and he didn't do anything with it either. Another reason why people didn't want to vote for Cuomo. Anyway, let him say something. Anyway, this is from Laura Glassberg from Eyewitness News, and this is what they said. It says Governor Hochul to make decision on getting rid of conductors on subway trains or not. I put that part in. So over a century in New York City, most subway trains had run with two-person crews, an engineer, and a conductor. Yeah, they started out as an engineer, then they changed the title to motorman, then they changed the title to train operator. To save money. Advocates said operating as a pair is a crucial safety measure. Critics are calling it expensive and outdated. The clock is now ticking for Governor Kathy Hochul to decide if it will be a one or two-person crew that moves millions beneath the streets of New York. Subway conductors are transit workers who ride in the middle of the train and ensure passengers get on and off safely, assist during emergencies. Try to evacuate a train with one crew member, especially like New York City. Yeah. We had lost a motorman during a fire 5 years ago and the start of the pandemic. They were able to evacuate the train, but the train operator wasn't able to save himself. The conductor was able to evacuate with the help of an extra crew member who was riding the train off duty. And then recently, we just had an incident with a Muni train operator fell asleep operating the controls. She was doing 50 miles as she was coming out of the tunnel, two sharp curves, and she threw everybody around on that train. Some people got hurt pretty bad. Now they had a conductor on board that train and they realized what was about to happen. Pulled the cord to stop the train. But because they didn't, luckily the train didn't derail. Luckily the train didn't hit a car that was on the streets after she got out. Yeah, I was surprised too because with that type of controller, you would think if you would fall asleep that you would somehow let go of control and no, it didn't. So the train operator's job is to move the train. My job is to make sure passengers get on properly. So we are definitely needed. We are needed. Conductor LaShawn Murphy said, and I can't pronounce the name correctly, so I apologize. Murphy considered herself a second set of eyes. Since the train operator is at the front, it's focused on the train tracks ahead. And, you can't look at the back of the train when you're looking forward. New York State Legislature had approved a law that would extend two-person crews indefinitely. I mean, this thing was started in 1996 because of a corrupt union official named Domaso Seda, TV Local 100, who had a beef with the subway division. So he did this on purpose because he thought his bus division was going to carry the union forever. Well, that ended in 2000. But an NYU think tank, NYU, where they had the people protesting free Palestine and doing all kind of crazy stuff. I'm not going to believe anything they say. Studied 400 train lines around the world and found that only 6% use two-person crews. The study said that they don't improve service and the law would undermine the spirit of the billions of dollars committed to improving signalization and operation. Let me tell you something. You have one-man crews, yes, around the world and in the United States. But guess what? Even with one-man crews, the majority of these transit systems are what? Having a deficit. You would think with one man crew, you would save a lot of money, but they're not saving no money. This what they're saying is baloney. They have to show proof it is what they said, not just say it. Because we know they've been asking for more finances. I mean, Philadelphia nearly shut down its system because they didn't have enough money, and they don't have barely any conductors on their transit system. Same thing in Boston and Chicago. I would say to the governor, leave the two people on the train. Makes sense. It's safe and it's good for the public," said President of TNO Local 100 John Chirero. And I'm sorry again, I can't pronounce these names. Said, "Riders like the safety aspect. The critics don't like it, but who cares what the critics have to say? They probably don't even ride the train. Especially when it's late, when it's dark, and when I'm alone. I like knowing that the person's there," one rider said. "That's just so that many people to be afraid of on the train, and knowing that there is someone there make sure everybody's in check is really comforting," said writer Zoe DeSantis said. The NTA operates very few trains with one-person crews. Mary, who's been a conductor for 18 years, think her job is vital. You need to talk to a person who goes into a person to talk to them, have a problem for a situation. You need a person like a computer couldn't do this, and the train operator could do only one thing. So the conductor definitely needed, she says. The government often says Hochul will review the legislation. Hochul is also running for re-election and may approve the bill because she wants to support our transit workers. By the way, Tito Yolowana did not endorse anybody for mayor in the last election. So Zoran didn't get it, Cuomo didn't get it, Sliwa didn't get it. They're focusing on this bill because it's been sitting since 1997, and either the bill died in committee or when it gets to the governor's desk, it's vetoed. And I think Cuomo vetoed it a couple of times. Another reason not to vote for Cuomo. We had a lot of safety issues on the subway. You had crime problems. You have an incident when a woman was set on fire. Had the conductor had a fire extinguisher, they could have put it out easily, but unfortunately, they didn't have a fire extinguisher. But again, they hadn't had fire extinguishers on board the train since the late 80s. And like I said, there's no proof that the so-called one-man crew saves money because, like I said, the trolley industry already tried that, didn't work, and they went to buses because the buses were cheaper, the fuel was cheaper back then than the trolleys. So they didn't need to invest in all that infrastructure. Just the bus and the person, and that's it. And cheap fuel. Of course, fuel is not cheap anymore. And recently they had the incident where that lady was stabbed on board that light rail in Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know if it would have made a difference, but you never know. This OPTO thing has been a thorn on the side because of a corrupt union official who didn't like the subway division. That's all the reason why you got it. So we need to end this nightmare with this OPTO garbage. Put it in the trash can of history where it belongs. Sal can't say so long for now. Don't forget your stop. OPTO sucks, and that's the way it bucks. Unless it could prove it does save money, don't believe a word these clerics are saying because they're full of crap anyway. They don't.